So we're going live. Chiwa. Grateful to go alive. I miss my starseed family, familia, friends and family of the stars, my homies, spiritual G's, right? I just want to make sure we got sound. If someone can please write in chat that the sound is okay. Ancient Universal Divinity, thank you, Holy One. It's wonderful to see you as well. We have little alien in the house. All right, Machiwa UTD, Roxanne Hauser, hello. You guys can hear me okay? Okay. I'm not able to use my microphone. It's using the cell phone microphone, apparently. Whatever. Whatever. Machiwa. Looks like we're good to go. So I just wanted to make sure, because there's sometimes can be a sound issue. And if there is a technical difficulty, you guys, please just make a bunch of like crazy emojis that with the big capitalized words. Hey, something's wrong with the sound or something. So it's all good. And today, this is a live talking about empaths and lightworkers. I just want to say right away, an empath is someone, think of the word empath, empathic, someone who perceives. See, excuse me, the 3D world will call them empaths. They're basically psychic people. What's up? Lightworkers, psychic people, star seeds, psychic people, people who go beyond the 5 sensory perceptions. That's what empaths are. That's what lightworkers are. That's what all the beings, actually all lightworkers and empaths are star seeds. There are these, what we call indigo children. Okay, so we have heart chakra, green ray, we have blue rays coming in, 5th strand. So we also have the 6 strands, the 3rd eye. These are what you technically call indigo, because that's the indigo ray. It comes out like a ray, like a wormhole, out the front of your head and out the back. So you have a wormhole coming out here and out here. These are vortices. What do you think of vortices? A hurricane, a dust devil. So it's a force of energy. It's creating this funnel. And that's what empaths have. That's what lightworkers have, starseeds have. Okay? The higher chakra, the higher consciousness, the higher evolved DNA starts from the heart, the throat, and the 3rd eye. So most humans are down here though, and solar plexus in the sacral chakra and the root chakra. Okay, so this is part of what is an empath, part is what is a light worker, is someone who's bringing in the higher consciousness. It doesn't mean we're better. We're not saying anything about inequality. This is based off of, first of all, we're coming from a space of love, and the information is based off of the law of one that sees and recognizes equality in all life, in all beings, all consciousness. Okay, all forms, not just human forms, alien forms, extraterrestrial forms, elemental forms, animal forms, plants, trees forms, you know, any type of form in the manifestation. See, this is a tricky word, manifestation. Okay, the actual definition of manifestation is that which is, well, within the context of the innerchristos information, manifestation is a realm. The realm of the appearance of physicality, the realm of the appearance of individuation. It's neither individual, it's neither, you're neither individualized, neither are you, you know, we're these unified beings. Like, you consider all life, all forms as one being, excuse me, as part of the manifestation of God. This is a manifestation spectrum with different levels of manifestation, physicality. It's not physical. And space-time is an illusion. Actually, we're all standing still. It is the illusion of moving through the sub-frequencies and frequencies, you know, as taught by our teacher, Yasha Ashana. Realize you're passing, your consciousness is passing through. It's not like moving through time. It's the illusion of moving through time. So, and so it's all an illusion, but it doesn't make it not real. It doesn't make it unimportant or not alive. Seeing a spirit doesn't mean it's something that's dead. Excuse me. Doesn't mean it's something that's not alive or it's dead or something. Realize everything is alive. There is no such thing as the death. Death, what we call death, is a transition of changing from one type of matter form to a different matter form. Okay? Because when you notice, when you see someone take their last breath, let's say they're laying on their deathbed, you see their eyes closed, the last breath. They did not die. They left the body vehicle. Okay? So we're going to be talking about these deep concepts tonight and going into consciousness and the ascension and a little bit about light workers and empaths. Okay, but just realize it's a broad term. Okay, and empath is really just an indication that they're psychic. You can have psychology, call them whatever you want. You know, there's different ideas. Well, this is the ideas, the perception, the point of view, I mean, from the Guardian teachings, the freedom teachings. Thank you for joining us on this live. We usually talk for about an hour to a couple hours. You can stay as long as you want. Try to stay to the end, as close to the end as you can, you guys, because you always realize these teachings are literal transmission of code. You know, like I remember very clearly when I went into the actual workshop with Ashiana Dean back in 2010, the whole room was code, was energy. You knew guardians were present. And as she talked to them, as she acknowledged them, you acknowledge that we're not alone. That you believe in consciousness and spirit and energy. Well, you're present, and so are the guardians present. And we're multidimensional. We exist here and there and everywhere. We're what you call, you know, simultaneous incarnation or existence. So thank you for being here. This is what you call a community of starseeds, a community of light workers and empaths, people who are developing, activating, going through the activation of their psychic abilities and DNA, which is the same thing. This is chakra. Okay, we're energy beings in an energy universe, so everything is energy. There's nothing, you know, hard and physical. So the chakra is both physical and spirit. You would say the body and the consciousness are both projected by this, but it's broken down by the guardian materials. It's explained through Kalantic, through particle physics. It is explained as a spiritual science. We understand God, we understand ourselves and our own spiritual anatomy through a spiritual science. So welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. I miss you guys. You know, two lives a week is not enough, right? We need to bump it up. Let me know in the comments if I made more than 1 or 2 lives a week. Would you come? Would you come if I made more lives a week? Thank you for. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I just want to go up and make sure I say hello. We got Indigo Wizard. Thank you, brother, for that confirmation. Good to see you. So happy to have you here. Stardust Goddess. All right, thank you, Stardust. Stardust. Beautiful names. You guys are very creative. I'm the same way. We like get all weird and can take days to think about our usernames, our game names. I want to say something, you guys. Did you know you can legally change your name? It costs maybe a few $100s. It's not much considering, for example, women, when you change your name, when you get married, it changes your energy. But you don't have to limit the idea to only changing your name through marriage. You guys can legally change your name. It's you just go to the family court or whatever it's called in your district, in your county, or actually maybe there's some people in different parts of the world. At least in America, I understand, I know that we can change our name legally. And it takes 3 months because you have to notify a newspaper. You have to put a small ad in a newspaper for 3 months saying that I am so-and-so changing my name to so-and-so. And so in case you have some legitimate, you know, debts or whatever, there's a legal notice that you have to make. That's the only reason why it takes 3 months, right? So just saying, if you guys were creative and wanted to call yourself something else, why not? You know, you realize you can even change that on your social security card if you have one, and on your birth certificate, and on your passport, and on your driver's license. It could all be changed to whatever you want, just say. And because a name, which is sound, is power. And it attaches to your energy signature. So what are you, Joe Schmo? You know, what is your name? It is a connection. It is a consciousness. Thank you so much for being here, guys. All right. Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you, Ray. Hino. Sound is good. My Chihuahua Vato Locos. Peace, says Michael. Good to have you. Greetings. That's superhero. Yeah. Someone remind me. I got to update my emojis. I keep forgetting. We got to add more emojis. Just Case in the house. Amanda Mercer. Hi, sweethearts. Wolf of Saturn. Love you all, beautiful vatos. All right. The Christos lingo, you know, slang. I love to see it, you guys. I love to see this. You know, we call each other spiritual gangsters, you know, or gangsters in Christ, the real Christ, the Christos. And so I also want to make the T-shirts and the bumper stickers and the cups. It's coming, you guys. I've already said that I mean, I've made some artwork, so now I can make some Christos graphics, right? We got to have one that says Machiwa. And I swear, someone's going to ask me what Machiwa means, right? Celine. Does Celine ever say hello to me? Or does she only say hello to everybody else but me? What's up, Celine, sister? Ancient University. No, I'm happy she says hello to everyone. She's like our, you know, when you guys go into a restaurant, you see the host. The host is usually the person who seats you, greets you and seats you. We have Alexa, what's up, family? Kenneth W, hey all. Thank you guys, I'm so happy to see you. And we have our, we have our own, like, thank you, Celine. We have our own journeys and our own dramas and our own experiences, and we deal with what we have to deal with according to our spiritual understandings and our consciousness, right? And so some of us are going to have bumpy days. Some of us are going to have wonderful days. We're gonna have you know, kind of a variety of experiences, you guys. So this is something that, as a light worker, as an empath, we focus towards that which is spiritual. We seek a spiritual lifestyle, a spiritual understanding. An empath, a light worker, we seek a certain light. You know, even if we don't know it, we research even basic stuff. What does, you know, a spiritual person wear? You know, what does a spiritual person do in their free time? You know, stuff like this. We're exploring this new identity, this new understanding of what we are. and you know, of actually, let me say what we're becoming, what we already are. What a spiritual journey really is. It's really reclaiming what we already are, what you already have inside your DNA, what the scientists call junk DNA, what is, they say, just has, you know, is dormant, you know, something with the proteins, it's not doing anything. You guys, it's more than that. Okay, that is your heritage. That is what we're reclaiming. We're activating that. What's is already here. Okay, so maybe we're a spiritual newbie, a starseed newbie, indigo, you know, fresh from spirit. Well, we still have catch up and to go through. Activation, you know, blossoming. Okay, so it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It could happen quickly, but normally it takes, naturally, the natural organic way takes many lifetimes. Can take thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, millions. Even in the human experiment, the genetic hybridization has taken millions, right? Because we were originally, we actually started this DNA hybridization 25 million years ago with the first two Earth seed races. You guys are knowledgeable about this, the Guardian Voyagers material. Who are the first two you would say Earth seed races? It would be before the Lemurians. Who are they? The Polarians and the Hyperboreans. Okay, that's part of your heritage. And so 25 million years ago, they started strand 1 together. They both created strand 1. Now, strand 2 was created, developed by the Lemurians. That wasn't millions of years ago, but it was tens of, well, actually, depending on seeding 1, seeding 2, or seeding 3, which one are you talking about? We have, you know, what you call the main race that was built on the 12 strands. Right now, it's the Urtites. Have you heard of Well, who lives in Urtites. Okay, we have the, one time it was actually aligned. The Great Pyramid of Giza wasn't always aligned with Sirius. It was aligned with Alcyon. Okay, so we go from Sirius and Alcyon, and there's a reason why they're aligned. Alignment to specific star systems has to do with teleportation. It's a Stargate, homie, underneath the pyramid. So they aligned it. They had to realign it because throughout the history of planet Earth, there was some pole shift that knocked this alignment out. If it's not aligned, you can't, the Earth seeds can't come in. See, we need an alignment. So that's why we're aligned with Sirius or Alcyon, which is the Pleiades, a Pleiadian planet. So we had to go through 3 seedings. First it was the sphere of Amenti, then it was Sirius, and then Alcyon, or I got those 2 backwards. We have the 3 different alignments. So there's, in Voyagers 2, the actual pyramid is described as a teleportation station. It wasn't only limited to teleportation, it had other, it was actually used as an ascension. You know, all this bullshit about the king's chamber, the queen's chamber, and nonsense. It wasn't no royalty, honey. It was no dead kings and pharaohs. That came after the fact. Oh, they see these things. You know, the talk of those times was these are from the gods. These are from the aliens. So the king should sit there. The queen should be there. They were built for teleportation, for energy, for teaching. All kinds of people and organizations have studied the Great Pyramids and given their ideas. Well, the Guardians give us their ideas, and it's over 54,000 years old. That's when it was originally created. Okay? And thank you for those hearts, Holy One. Can I kiss you? Kiss me. We get this little hearts flowing up. And this is our heritage. You understand reincarnation. Well, you reincarnated in Egypt before. And just like here, we came in different times, more than one life. Well, you were in Egypt more than one time. You were in Atlantis. You were born in Lemuria. And so, as an empath, as a light worker, realize know that there's a difference between ordinary humans and empaths. And once again, it's not saying one's better. Just like an archangel is higher than us, we don't say the archangel is better. That's distorted thinking. That's the distorted way. Okay? They're equal to us. We're just as valuable as any part of creation. Do we behave like it? Of course not. We're in a distortion down here. But it doesn't change the fact that we're all creations of the Creator. There's nothing that is lesser or better. Everything's equal. Now, the distinction we make is that from this point of view, an archangel would have much more consciousness in its form than you do. That's all. Doesn't mean it's better. So that is something we all go through. We all develop the unity understanding within ourselves, that unity consciousness, that Christ consciousness. We're evolving. It's a spiritual evolution. Spiritual evolution is a reality that you accept or not. Some people don't believe in this evolution. Well, we certainly didn't evolve from apes or pond scum. There is a form of, this idea of things kind of changing is nonsense. It is a false. You see how religion can be false creed, and science can be false creed. There is no evolution like this. Understand, there is DNA templates, and then you spiritually evolve out of that DNA template. There is no changing over time. See, that's not how consciousness works. That's not how reality works. You go from this DNA of a chicken and then ascend to the DNA of a brownie or sprite. The brownie or sprite or fairy will change and evolve. No, not evolve, like ascend to a human form. A human form doesn't progressively change either. It goes through a transformation, a transcension. Well, you call it transcend from one state to another within an instant. There is no millions of years of evolution. Understand? There's instantaneous evolution, either after death. So we don't see that. People don't see where that spirit just went. Scientists don't see where the soul, because the soul, they don't even recognize the soul. They don't acknowledge the soul. There was no millions of years of evolution to become the astral being. It's instantaneous after death. Now, if we didn't have to die, it would be still instantaneous, but while you're alive. That is truly the type of ascension we desire. Who wants to die? Raise your hand. You know, you don't want to die, right? Who wants to go through it? I mean, dying is remember, there's no death. What I'm saying is you don't want to, what's included in dying? Well, all your relationships stop and all your memory is forgotten? No, that's not accurate. When you come in, it's forgotten. When you leave, it's reclaimed. Because it's the body that's shutting off the memory. So let me correct myself, right? But the body, the point I'm trying to make is that it's like a switchover that happens immediately. And so as soon as our scientists figure that out, there is no evolution like this. There's only in time cycles. Okay? You can know when the Earth finishes a time cycle, the planet Earth goes through 26,556 years, you know, and then you could say there's evolution within this, within what's called a time cycle, a planetary time cycle, but not something like an animal becoming a plant. Realize that's a whole different, that's a whole different DNA. You're simply taking the conscious spirit from an animal DNA, and the spirit is no longer limited to no, you know, how we travel from one town to another or go to the supermarket. There's no, everything's instantaneous. You will instantaneously be in the middle of the planet Earth. It's called the core. And then you'll be instantaneously in through a Stargate. It's all going human, thing, whoa, giant, eternal life. Now, technically speaking, they still have some babies. I'm saying some in the future, but realize it's kind of a temporary phase. Humans are first of all, women, they don't have to give birth anymore. Which is wonderful news, right, women? So you actually develop a sac, as Ashan has explained it. And so there's no like horrible birthing process. Yay, right? But we're immortal. There is no like urgent drive to have children when you're not dying. When the population doesn't go down, the population just keeps going up. There is no necessity to keep having babies like we would. Like my grandma. My grandma, she had 11 brothers and sisters. Damn! You don't need to do that. Why are you doing that? That's right. Can you imagine having two sets of twins, like your wife had twins and then she had twins again, or maybe triplets? I love you guys. What's up? What's up, homies? Are you drinking your lemon water yet? I don't mean this moment. I mean in your lifetime, in your lifestyle. Lemon water. Squeeze the juice out, homie. Not in your eye. Squeeze it out. And some people say shit about it in your teeth. Hey, are you going like this? No, I'm not doing that. When I was a kid, you know, I am part Hispanic. You know, my father introduced us to saladitos. Do you know what is a saladito, homie? It's a dried up plum with salt. Imagine a shriveled up, I won't be disgusting, but a shriveled up peach or plum, and you put salt on it and let it dry. Well, I used to, you know, first you're a wimp and you're like, eventually you can put the whole saladito into your mouth, you know, no problem. As a little kid, I was eating saladitos. And I don't know where that came from, sorry. Some people's gonna look it up, Saladito. And you can actually buy them in supermarkets under the Latino section. What do they call it? The Hispanic aisle. where they have all the beans and stuff, and salsas and saladitos. Actually, I remember, I think they used to put that in the regular seasoning section. I'm not sure. Anyways, my dad was all into that. He was all into the, which I never got into, what's that stuff they love to eat? That soup? It's not really soup. It's got these cow intestines in it. What is that called? Menudo. My dad used to love menudo. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, when they're cooking menudo, it smells so disgusting. In the whole house, it smells this like, I don't know what the hell, but anyways, my dad would eat stuff that was so spicy, it would make him sweat. I'm like, damn, Dad, what's up? You know, he liked it. I didn't like, I like hot stuff, but not that hot. You know, I'm a wimp. I like, you know, maybe, I don't know if you guys have heard of EG's, but in Arizona, they have some place called EG's. It's like a Subway, but different. I would always get the bell peppers, jalapenos. Those tasted good, but tasting something that's painful and hurting you, what the F? Anyways, empaths and lightworkers, generally speaking, we watch what we eat. I don't think saladitos would be on your spiritual diet, right? Hopefully you're on something like an alkaline diet. You're on like a help. You know, I don't always follow my own advice. I'm transparent like that, but I still got to give the advice, right? Simone K, thank you, Holy One, for supporting Christos Avatar. And they ask a question: do master numbers in numerology hold any weight? Like when people's birthdays add up to double-digit numbers, they supposedly hold a type of resonance. That I would agree with. Now, do I agree with everything with numerology? I can't. I'm not an expert in it, so I can't really say. Of course, I've studied it. I have books in it, and that used to be a big chapter in my life where I was paying attention a lot to numbers. But yeah, numbers are energy. Everything is energy, but you know, something like an alphabet, those in words, the sound of a word, those are all, they all have strategies. There's mysteries that we're not privy to anymore. But yes, there's definitely wisdom in energy, and you could say advantages when you start to incorporate those type of numbers. Now, I don't go get into astrology and shit like that, but numbers, remember, there's numbers in God. There's, you know, like some of these alignments are like this, what is that called? The spiral thing, the Fibonacci. This is all sacred. You start getting into the sacred geometry topic. Okay, something that's got a perfection, a measurement that's recognized as sacred. And you will find that within the pyramids. You will find that in other sacred sites and things. And there's people studying geometria, geomancy, sacred geometries. You will find, and I want to say that there's also some merit to these sound tones, binaural beats, or whatever beats they're called. Have you heard of cymatics? When you know that a sound wave, just sound alone, sound can create, depending on the sound, right? Because there's obviously negative sounds. Well, so there's some divine sounds that will be, when you play it and have a specific instrument to measure, you will see it turn into a geometry. Dude, when I saw this cymatics for the first time, it blew me away. I think maybe you have to have your heart strand, your throat strand, or your third eye activated to appreciate that. Because most people I tell that to, and then they go look at it, there is no like response. How can you not have a response after witnessing cymatics? Like real. So cymatics, the sound tone is suddenly manifests a sacred geometry right in front of your eyes. To me, that is amazing. So can a sound, a letter, a number make, mean something? Yes. Now, that is up to us now to go study those things. You starseeds, you empaths, you light workers should be, exploring those type of things. And then once you learn a wisdom in it, like some of you are probably really good at numerology, well, share your knowledge with your brothers and sisters, your other starseed homies. Much respect. I want to say that I was born on September 9, 99. I always have this connection to 3 9s. That is like energizing for me. And when I see threes, even threes, 333, that makes you feel good. Maybe it makes me feel good, like knowing that this has, a connection to Trinity. Trinity consciousness. We have something called the Universal Trinity. We have something called the Cosmic Trinity, which are ascended masters. The Universal Trinity are what you call solar Rishi beings. They're star beings, suns, hot plasma. So yeah, shapes, sounds, letters, all that, they all have meaning, and it's up to us to find meaning in that, to learn these teachings that are ancient. They're not new. Heather says she sees 333 all the time. And that's true, you guys. Even people just like my mother, for example, she'll start acknowledging that she's seeing a lot of numbers, even though she's a Christian. But realize that just because we became alive and became a religious person doesn't mean that's what you're limited to. That's not what your soul is limited to. Maybe you're bringing in wisdom from your other lifetimes, which remember again is simultaneous lifetimes. What you experience in the now is something you're experiencing in another now, somewhere else too, and vice versa. They can experience you. You can experience them. And you actually will learn that this is a huge family. While we know that the soul family is 12 of us, we know the personal Christos family is 1,728 cells. So that is many of you that are empaths or light workers, right? Not just you. So you know that in the spectrum of 12, 3 is way down here. So you better believe you have many higher selves that are greater light workers, greater empaths than you. But it's simultaneous. See, while you can say that, you could also say, well, I am that higher being. Yes, you are. What we want to do is, while we're down here, is bring in the higher consciousness, higher chakra, higher spirit. So while we're awake with our first, second, and third strands, well, some of you starseeds, empaths, and light workers are also thinking, talking with fourth, fifth, and sixth strands of consciousness. And it's the same when you're creating something. You're creating something with higher consciousness. You look at someone who's producing 3D art, you look at someone who's producing 60, 70, 80, 90 art, for example. They're not completely open. A chakra isn't completely wide open in the higher chakras. Those would be, from the smallest minuscule opening, the tiniest opening, to the maximum. The maximum that remember we talked about the wormhole. Well, it's coming from a point in the middle. In the middle of your skull is the third eye. In the middle is this stargate, you know, an opening to the 6th dimension. So we are got a little bit opening, or it's a big opening. Now, technically speaking, indigo children, starseeds, and empaths were psychic because it's opened. Now, the potential is available to all humans, what we call earth seeds. But they have to develop it, starting with strand 4. I mean, actually, this is strand 4. They have to start with the astral. You work with the astral chakra, you work with the throat chakra, and you work with the third eye chakra. It's usually done like in order. So anyways, you guys, a lot of you are becoming aware as an empath, or you're identifying with a light worker or something like a starseed. Just so you guys understand, you're talking about people with their open chakras, people who are psychic. You want to label them as empath? Go ahead. Okay? I mean, what's a dark empath? It's a person who's psychic but has dark tendencies. Just like you have a light worker, well, they're shadow workers, people into black magic, people who are into vampirism, manipulation, control, tricking people. And what do we got coming up, by the way? A holiday of trickster spirits, a holiday of ghouls and gals and monsters and creatures and dark things. If you guys haven't noticed in your social media and the video platforms like Prime Video or Netflix or, you know, HBO Max or whatever you're watching, notice that they're promoting all of the horror movies now, all of the old, you know, scary movies, whatever. Getting everyone ready for horror. You get ready. You spend time, do you not, preparing this holiday? There's another perspective to all that. Mochiwa. And we might even get lit. I don't know if who wants to get lit. Heather Thompson, definitely fighting against things that most people cannot see. Yes, you're right, Holy One. And a prime example is people who talk about having a sleep paralysis when the psychic person understands it as a succubus. I had sleep paralysis. No, honey, you had a scary looking, freaking ugly, dark being on top of your body, pressing on your chest, siphoning your life force. Oh, I had sleep paralysis. Exactly, Heather said it. That's what's up. Ancient University, let's get lit. What's up? Ray Hino Rituals says let's lit. Yeah, this is, you guys, when you're not very psychic, it will just be sleep paralysis. It'll just be the feeling of can't breathe. I couldn't breathe last night very well, and I couldn't move. Can't breathe and can't move means something is wrong. You guys, I have literally seen these beings, and they have fangs, man. And they look pissed off. They look dark. And they're hungry. Remember, phantom beings have to vampire. They're doing that to survive, you guys. They have found themselves in this state. There's a reason why this word vampire is in our culture, because they're around us. Now we got narcissist. It's a human, right? Maybe. But it's getting this vampiric qualities from a very, something that's not what we think it is. Okay, when we literally talk about these creatures, what are they really? They're multi-dimensional extraterrestrials. Something that spirit, I meant to say religion and science does not acknowledge it. So you get to look up and find out from science or religion what is sleep paralysis. You're not getting the truth. Do you want the truth? Raise your hand, Starseed, Empath, Lightworker. You want to know truth. You would prefer truth. Yes? You prefer truth even if it's not cool or great. Do you want the New Age lie? The science lie? The religion lie? Or do you say, just give it to me straight, baby. I just want the truth. You guys, I would rather know the truth that is bad news than have some smoke blown up my ass. Oh, what the hell? I don't want nothing blown up my ass. Why do you want anything up your ass? It's pretty disgusting, Anyways, to each their own, you like to be and see an ass, but that doesn't mean you want to go in. Never mind. No, think about it. Some humans have some pretty nasty imaginations, but we're in a planet of distortion. You're gonna get love. You're gonna get distorted love. You're gonna get distorted sex. So, thank you for those hearts, Holy One. Give me a kiss. So we're just like making our choices. You choose. You choose bizarre and the kinky and the weird. Okay. You want to be pierced. You want to be changed. Okay. You're God sovereign free. You can distort yourself if you want to. You don't like what the DNA gave you. You want to switch it. You guys, you have incentive to run the DNA that you were born with. Remember, your greater identity is a soul, and that soul gave you this choice. It chose. You are the soul, but when you come to Earth, now you think you're separate from the soul. You're not the soul. If the soul is like this, you're this much. Because the soul is 12 of these. 6 are females. And 6 are males. So, the soul said you're a girl, said you're a boy, whatever. You don't want to be. You're saying F you to the soul, to your own soul. F you. I don't resonate with having a penis or a vagina. I want to switch. Okay. You realize you are purposely paired. Okay, that means you're always going to have the same amount of females as you have males. That's when we're dealing with gender. Okay, down here we deal with gender. The higher worlds are androgynous or asexual. Down here we're still dealing with gender. So anyways, you need to be boys and you need to be girls because those are both pieces of a whole. So you want what the female is giving you, you want what the male is giving you, and then your soul has accomplished what it wanted. Now, if you want to take the boy who was supposed to be a boy and your twin flame's a girl, now you want to be a girl. Now there's what the F has just happened. I'm just trying to give you a different point of view. I love you. You can be whatever you want. You know, some people are born with a penis and vagina. You don't believe me? Look it up. It's time to get lit, man. So, I mean, come on. Let me ask you star seeds, because there's a lot of star seeds in the house. Because a lot of you have seen aliens or angels or interdimensionals, yes? Are they all boys and girls? Don't some of them look like, well, I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl, right? I'm just asking. I mean, I'm a guy on Earth, and I love girls. I think they're beautiful and wonderful. But realize, and girls can think the same ways about boys, but realize there won't be some gender identity in the future. While we're here, we can enjoy it. We can enjoy being a boy or a girl and enjoy having intercourse and you know, stuff like that. But just remember, when you're flying and going through stargates, and you know, sex is kind of not so prioritizing. When you're meeting and going to different planets and you're going to malls, you think there's a mall on Sirius B? Maybe, I don't know. Shit. They have to have societies. Even Corey Good talked about going to Inner Earth and the societies he saw there. You guys, we still have gender in Tara. Okay, there's still boys and girls up there. But what I just said earlier, there's changes and differences. Like, for example, like I said earlier, women don't have to have babies. They have a sac. Like a kangaroo, like a pouch, but not a pouch, but a, you know. And it's extremely serious to have a kid up when you're up there. It's planned out for a year or something. Like there's a certain reason why you have kids up there. Here we just have kids because we just got someone pregnant or something, you know. Not always, but you know, most of the time people aren't strategizing children. They just got, you know. Most kids are born in September, right? Or because there are so many people having sex on New Year's Eve. That's 9 months. You know how many September birthdays are in my family? I'm just one of them. We got September 3rd, September 9, that's me. So my dad's September 13. My niece is September 20. My daughter's mom was September 24. I know a lot of my mom's second husband's is September. What's with all the September? That means your parents were getting it going on New Year's Eve, man. If you're like born in, I don't know, in the middle of summer, when did that happen, right? Anyways, if you're an empath, does that mean your parents are empaths? Now, we do know that if you're an indigo, it doesn't mean your parents are indigos. And did you notice? Because I noticed, so I want to ask you if you notice, are you completely different than your brother or sister? I mean, however many siblings you have. I have a brother and a sister. And I love them, but we're different. If you're brought up in the same house, why are you different completely? Why do you like different stuff? Your mommy or daddy were making the same food for all three of you. Why do you have different interests, different tastes when someone lives with you this most, in the upbringing of your life? It's because you're not this. because your brother came from another galaxy. Your sister came from another planet, and their spirits came down and went into your mother and father's, creation, just like you did. So we shared our mother and our father's DNA, but we're nothing alike because we're from different sources. My soul is a different source than my brother's soul or my sister's soul. Get it? So we can be completely different, and completely different than our parents too. Or we could be very, very, very alike. That means you're coming out of the same family of souls. Yes? Or race or people. Yeah, my brother's totally different. I love my brother. And I like that about him, that he's totally different. And I like the fact that my sister's totally different. We have interesting things that we could talk about, So I'm getting lit. So if anyone's taking a hit with me, let's do it together. This is just, I won't, I will go back to being sober. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to always smoke. Okay? I promise that to myself and to you, I don't need to, but it's just part of my stage right now. And you guys already know I can go without this. I did go without this, right? Anyways, this is the only thing that really changes is I'm more easygoing like this, and people don't like that. You don't like it when I do this. Why? Right now I'm sober. I haven't smoked anything. I haven't eaten anything. Remember, I don't eat in the daytime. I should make my meal in the daytime and fast at night, but I fast in the daytime because I started doing nootropics. Nootropics need an empty stomach. So I had to change my schedule for that. Blessing, love, joy, bliss, psychic perceptions, see visions, say whatever you want. Make it an intention, make it a spell. This is a teacher. And I just have to say, because I am transparent, that means I can make myself look bad, because I would rather be honest with you instead of blow smoke up your ass. One of my subscribers told me that she heard Ashiana say that smoking MJ can cause you problems. And I asked you, where did you hear that? She said she heard it in the Carrie Cassidy interview with. So if any of you have heard that, it's still hearsay until I've seen it. One of you guys, please watch that. I haven't had time. I can't do it right now. If someone else wants to watch that entire interview, because it's in like 3 parts, let us know. Look at me. I am easygoing. I can stop it just because our teacher says it's not good for you. I will do that. I am easygoing, and I love to be honest with you, and I hope you're honest with me. And we're going to give each other tips. We're going to give each other advice, whether it's about medicine or about eating or about relationships or whatever. I think that's the best way to live. Be easygoing, not care. I mean, I'm not going to say don't care what other people think, but don't live your life by it. You love someone, you obviously care what they think. So there's flexibility in relationships, I would say. But we're down here striving. Remember, there is no leadership. Ashiana's not out in the public anymore. There is no leadership. We don't need leadership. We are our own leaders. But what I'm saying is there is no consensus. Just understand and respect that, you guys. There is no consensus. There's actually a split in the shield. Do you understand what that means? Not everyone agrees with the old material. Not everyone agrees with the new material. We are, at Christos Avatar, transparent. We're not snobs. We're not telling you what should or should not do. Others will. I won't do that, you guys. I won't do that. Most of you here won't do that either. Light some incense. Honestly, one day we're going to have groups of people. We're going to have an official building. And I want people around me who are also transparent. I don't need someone with a bunch of freaking skeletons in their closet or who's putting on a front. I don't put on a front. Whoever my future girlfriend or wife is, she doesn't put fronts on either. She is who she is. And that's who I want my friends to be, I hope. People who can admit they made a mistake. I will admit when I make mistakes. I do that on live. And even if, let's say, Ashiana, someone finds it for us and we all find out that the teacher, the guardian, tells us that it's not, and she explains how and why, because I'm sure she does. When she explains, if she explains how and why, and we all understand that, you can still make your own choice and you won't be judged by Christos avatar. When I used to do one-on-one meetings, consultations, I don't do that anymore, sorry. When I used to do it, I didn't care what the person came from, what they did. And some people had some really, messed up background. But I didn't judge them. I love them and I understand their journey. We're not supposed to be judging people. You're supposed to be, I'm not saying you have to be easygoing either. What I'm saying is, well, we find equality. We find respect in people and honor people for them as being. See, I guess you really can't do that if you don't acknowledge the law of one. So that explains that. When someone can't, be transparent or be forgiving or loving to people, that means they can't accept. They haven't accepted the law of one. They're not pro unity. They're not standing in love and joy. No, they're standing in guilt and fear and shame. Wow, not wow. We know the difference. We're awakening to that difference. You're still not. You're still asleep. You're what's called Sleepers Anonymous. Wake up. Wake up. Tough love. Spank. Slap. Tough love. Because we love you. Toughly. We lay it out. Don't sugarcoat it. Oh, excuse me. You want the teachings that's all rainbows and butterflies, and that's your truth only. If it's not perfect, if it's not just wonderful, then it's not real. It's not the real. That's what you call love, light, and clueless. Love and light, yes. Clueless? No. Rise to that greater. It's like zoom out and see a greater perspective. Because this ain't getting you nowhere. You're not getting nowhere like this. Broaden your horizon, your choices, broaden. Wow. Now you can make your own decision. You're not basing your decisions on someone else. It's you. Yeah. Without guilt. Some guilt from parents or from your wife or husband or whatever society, from the church, from your school and friends. Yeah, stand in your truth. All those other ones are posers, serving chaos, because you're either serving law of one or chaos. It's either one or that one. Your thoughts, your actions, what you're representing, because what we see what that's representing, we define clearly what is darkness. Hello, fear is darkness, shame is darkness, guilt is darkness. Hello, this is all negative shit there. We're like happy over here, and we're like finding ways to become healthy and happy. Real happiness, real smile, not a fake one. Not speaking lip service to Christianity, the Christos, not being and speaking like a spiritual person, or not actually doing it, just speaking it. That's called lip service. And the real people, the real spiritual people, psychic people, people's representing light, we see right through you. You look like a fool. I love you, but you're foolish. As you running from your ego. People nowadays are just freaking stuck in that ego. It's not very high. Look, see, it's not high. Get out of your ego, Vato. Stop posing. You want to represent light, you want to be legit, then be light, homie. 1144. Average view duration, 1144. 2 master numbers. What's up? Synchrony. I want a path of synchrony. We were just talking about numbers earlier. There's some right there. Oh, 1155. Dude, I'm not joking, man. You guys understand it was 1144, now it's 1155. Yeah, that's like a little nudge. Sup, Guardians? Guardian of lands, homes? Sup, Kernals of light? Vatos of light? Quit shit. I want to hang out with some of those brothers and sisters. Yeah. Sit around a campfire and talk all deep. I remember I was in the Sacred Valley of Peru, and it was just like that. Perfect, right? A few of us sitting around a light fire. Ooh. I had some weird shit happen. Peru is fucking awesome. Excuse my language. It was awesome. I wish I could live there. I don't want to give up my America, my residency. I'm not going to do that. I don't even know how you could do that. I wouldn't want to do that. I was born here, but I have no reason. There's nothing stopping me from living there. But you can only be in a foreign country for certain months. I know that because I traveled before. And when I was visiting Ukraine, I could only stay there over 6 months. And I broke that so many times anyways, but it didn't matter. Ukraine was is corrupt at that time. I'm talking about history, okay? I don't know what they are now. Sorry, I'm not talking about now. This is back in like 2007, 2008. When 5 grivnas equaled $1. Now, later it was like 7 or 8 grivnas equaled $1. It got worse. But all I had to do, man, like if that happened in America, if someone came here and stayed longer than their visa, they would get effed up, man, right? It would be serious. Ukraine, I pay the guy a few hryvnias and he says, don't do it again, whatever. What the shit? I mean, I did have a couple corrupt policemen on me take advantage of me. I paid them like $750 and they wanted actually $3,000 or some shit. They're like, what the F? They assume I'm wealthy or something. I wasn't. But they don't care. They just wanted to be corrupt. And so while I had, it was the same thing, dude. Seriously, so many times I was in taxi cabs in Ukraine, they would get pulled over for being a maniac. These thick guys drove crazy. It drove me nuts. They just gave the policeman money and went on. Every single one of them. I didn't see one that didn't pay the policeman money. It was a normal thing. And I was in several cities where I saw that happen. So of course I'm going to get some of these policemen effing with me because I'm American. So yeah, I even had some asshole do that to me jaywalking. So it was like in the main street of Odessa, Ukraine. Odessa, mama. Ooh, I love Odessa. But I lived on that street, dude. I lived a few apartments right there, Deribaskaya Street. I had an apartment. I was like, hell yeah, dude. So this was a kind of like a ritzy part of Ukraine, because I've definitely been in villages of Ukraine. They're dirt poor. Like they literally have goats tied up to their house and shit. And Kyiv was kind of wealthy too. So I didn't like Kyiv too much. I don't like the energy there. So, but definitely Odessa was beautiful, man. And of course the girls were very beautiful. Yes, because I think if anyone goes, like a guy or a girl goes into another country, she's gonna find that the opposite sex in another country is very appealing because they're so exotic. They're exotic to us. So I thought there was a period of time in my life where I felt the Russian girls were exotic to me. And that's only because I met a girl in America who was from Russia. And we fell in love in America. Like, she was basically an American. I mean, just barely became one. And that's why she was so freaking different. The way she dressed, the way her mind worked, the way her voice was so divine. And she's like maybe one of the few girls who actually had green eyes. Blue-green eyes, like blue-green. Her name was Yulia. But since that was hard to explain to my parents, I just called her Julia. And that's a perfect translation, so it's not a bad thing. I always called her Yulia. But anyways, you understand that we have all these different people, all these different races of people, because we literally are like beings from other worlds. I mean, well, at least we can say that we have all the races on Earth are coming from starseed races. Because we were seeded down here from the starseeds. But what happens is you put the seed, the DNA, that also implies it's a higher alien race who's seeding, putting the DNA on a planet. We were seeded. We were put on this planet. We're not from this planet. It's part of a project. There's a purpose for the human race here. And understand that one of the purposes is to develop our race over time and to progress it to a super race. That's why we already have, and we don't know that, modern humans don't know this, you already have several races within your DNA. Whether scientists know it or some know it and don't admit it or talk about it, we actually have Atlanteans and Lemurians, which they don't acknowledge. That's supposedly fairy tale or myth. According to these guardian teachings, hello, they're real, man. And there's actually still remnants of this civilizations. Kauai, the guardians teach us that Kauai is a piece that's left over from Lemuria. England, Ireland, Wales, Netherlands, these are remnants of Atlantis. They're still around, Vatos. They're real places. They were once continents, large. Both of them were once large continents. Atlantis, Pacific Ocean, Lemuria, and they also called it Mu, which is actually the name used before. But we all came from a place called Eden. This is a lot of things that were carried over into the religious scriptures. Like the Bible talks about Eden. But this distortion of Adam and Eve, we mentioned this name Adam, realize that Adam is, the guardians call it Adami Kudman. Adami Kudman is the name of what we are coming from. Like we have a specific DNA, and realize we're coming from a race in the future of humans. See, that's how it works. Like the higher density that you are as an extraterrestrial, the higher dimension, the higher density. Remember, there's a difference between dimension and matter. It's a three-dimensional. Every universe is a three-dimensional density matter form. So higher density matter forms will have the higher aliens, the higher consciousness, the higher technologies, but you would also call that a future time. Like literally the sixth dimension, I will show you in this diagram, okay? The sixth dimension is actually considered low, but to us, it's a high level of creation compared to us, 3 levels higher. I mean, imagine having a greater evolution as an astral being, and then that's got a greater evolution called an archetype, and then that has a greater evolution called the angels. So the angels 3 levels greater than us. We're not talking about archangels, which are even greater than that. And then there's something beyond archangels which the religions don't talk about. We call them avatars. So we have angels, humans, angels, archangels, avatars. But we acknowledge these not as just this idea of spiritual beings, but they're actually extraterrestrial beings on different worlds. They're aliens in different dimensions of reality. Remember, we're dimensionalized. We're not just from one level. We're a multi-being from several levels at once. So think of your entire being as being 12, like a minimum of 12, because 12 is the Christos, the Christ. At 11, it's not yet. If you only add 11, that's where some of these dark avatars are. These fallen angels are cut short from Christed avatar. They're down here, one level lower than these avatars, Christos avatars. We all have an identity as a Christos avatar. This identity is your divine blueprint. You can call this divine blueprint science, because what we're trying to do is bring back our divine blueprint, regenerate our immortality, because it's within us. Within this package, honey, is the reclamation of immortality. Reclamation. You're going to reclaim within your DNA, through consciousness, your spirit. You have access to spirit, which is behind the reality. The causal is spirit. So you go to what is the cause, not from symptoms. What the F is going to happen if you just mend symptoms? You're not stopping any new ones. You're just taking care of symptoms. That is not healing. Modern Western medicine specifically is not healing. It's limited and capitalized. Understand, your health has got a dollar amount. You need health, you want health, it's a valuable product, your health. So they make sure they can manipulate your health, be in control, license your health, invest in your health, insurance. Your health is capitalized, understand? It's got a dollar of value. Hello, you're a hippie? You don't have to be a hippie, but you're a spiritual person, you're living the law of one. There is no, what are you talking about? What's up? We're all God. You don't see that? You don't see that, huh? What's up? Why not? Oh my gosh. Did I light I lit the charcoal and I never put incense on. Shit. Frankincense? Yeah, baby. What's up? I like you when you're sober, Fabian. Right now, you're just ridiculous. I'm sorry. Damn. Do you guys all feel that way? Woohoo! Party time. Here is some Copal. What's up, homies? We're getting lit together. We're lighting incense together. We're just deep, talking with each other. Copal. Ooh, chicas, yeah. Welcome to my hood. What's up? What's up? What's up, Colonel? My spiritual vatos. Yeah. We found each other. Okay, you thank me, I thank you, brothers, sisters. Benzoin party. Got it. This is like fumigating our space, our shield, protecting our body, our aura, with the guardians called particle fields. Yeah. How about some white copal? Whoa, whoa. White copal. Got this. So, a nice white resin. Yeah, baby. And last but not least, how about some amber? You guys, I gotta order amber. Look, I only have it. I might have a little bit more in this, but it's almost all gone. I gotta order some more. Chicas. Yeah. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Blessings to you guys. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for joining me. Yes. Much love to you. Mokoyas. Mokoyas. Sutas. It's like you revere spirit, man. I don't know about you guys, but if you see a being from another world that's, love and light, then you would have a much respect for that being. You don't have to worship it. That's not what it's about. That's not the message. You revere. You respect. You don't bow down and be subservient. You don't have an angel tell you that it's better than you, and you should listen to it automatically. So realize, holy ones, when you talk about an empath or light worker, this is a spiritual topic, obviously. Like, a lot of people just want to say empaths is a psychological thing. I mean, concept or something, a type of personality. But empath relates to empathy, the ability to, we don't dance around it. We speak what it is. It's a psychic power to feel the emotions of other human beings at a distance. If they're across the room or wherever, someone can do it remotely. Whatever it is, you feel. It's not like maybe the same as telepathy, hearing actually what they're saying in their mind, but feeling the emotion. So imagine you don't know what they're actually thinking, but you feel it. Whoa, that's like knowing what they're thinking, right? It's like almost a language that you can interpret, especially if you got used to reading people's energies all the time. Now you get an average understanding of what humans are feeling in a fear or in a sadness or in an arousal, whatever. So as empaths, like, I don't know if some of you watch Star Trek. If you're an indigo child, starseed, empath, you probably watch Star Trek or have watched it. There was Star Trek Next Generations, and they had a psychic empath. See, she was being able to read people's emotions, feelings, and thoughts. People don't like that. Not everyone wants to be read, right? So think about that. Would you want to be read? I'm not talking about if you gave permission. I'm just, in general, would it bother you if you knew there's people out here in the world who could read people's thoughts? Would that bother you? And then your next question would probably be, how do you stop them from reading my thoughts, right? Because, if you see everything as one, if you read the one's thoughts, is that violating them? Yourself, itself, oneself? How can you violate the privacy of, but that sounds horrible to say, right? Oh, you're justifying anyone could violate your rights? What are you talking about? You guys, it's just energy. You feel energy? Yes? We're feeling energy. We're exploring energy. This is a spiritual awakening, but it's also, within that awakening is a drama of warfare. In your everyday life, you're going to experience the warfare. Understand you're not completely free, or just realize your sovereignty. Yes or no? Do you recognize your sovereignty? You're God, you're sovereign, you're free. Ah, yes. I'm like sitting on my crystal ball. Shit. Whoa. Much respect to my homies. Drink some more of your lemon water, batos. I don't put new lemons in every single cup, you guys. I use the same lemon for the whole day, then throw it out. So then it's not like so much lemon, you know. So, peace to you guys. Love to you. Hope your spiritual journey is rocking. Yeah. And if you guys have liked anything you've heard tonight, or do you like the videos that I've been putting out lately, or you want to support, please consider supporting Christos Avatar. Leaving a donation. I put the link so it's easy to find. It's pinned at the top. You can see a link, or the links in my description of the video. You can also click the subscribe button, or even the join button, and that's another way to support Christos Avatar. Thank you, Holy One. You guys see the people in chat with the green name? That means that they're a member and supporting Christos Avatar at $5 minimum, and that means you can join our Discord chat server. So you can talk with other starseeds who are into the Ashiana information. Little alien, Christos Avatar, are you our soul daddy? Soul daddy? I don't know if you're being funny or what. I don't know what you mean. I got you when I get another job. Can you get a moon to earth background? Excuse me. What do you mean by moon? A moon? Oh, you mean for this? That's a good idea. Like we're on the moon, right? And you can see the earth in the distance, right? I'll try to find that. I mean, I'm sure I can find it. I just gotta remember that. I mean, I like stuff like that. That'd be cool. Something in space, man. Yeah. Insane in the brain, Saturn. Insane in the membrane. Ah, thank you, Helena. I'm glad you're here. You guys are awesome, man. Mokoye. Wait. What happened, Heather? I don't know what you mean. I guess I missed some of it. Blue Rose asks, what's my take on the moon? Well, I believe it's an artificial satellite. So I guess you could say some of the conspiracy theories about the moon are pretty obvious. I mean, what for me was the huge factor that made up my mind, you could say, is the whole thing with, I got to be careful of this key word, you know, but I'll say it one time. This whole story about the secret space program and the Nazis going to the moon way back in the old days and being helped out by a inner Earth race. First of all, the Guardians tell us about inner Earth, so we know that's true. And we know that I don't recall Ashiana herself talking about the moon. Maybe there's teachings I haven't heard that she does. But from the information, from just a bunch of different information, I believe that it truly is something incredible that most humans don't know about. That we're actually have advanced technologies, the human race does. But we're being ruled. We're being ruled by extraterrestrial intelligence. And so the Illuminati are simply puppets. They're the representatives of the ETs. I mean, they're doing the bidding of the ETs. So this is the ETs doing this. So, but we're having the Guardians come in. I mean, if you believe in all that stuff with Corey Good, the blue avians or these higher dimensional beings are coming in. You got to know some of that's true, you guys. There is motherships. A lot of you abductees, contactees are seeing these ships. You have memories of them, even some of you very clear memories. Or you're actively participating in this kind of like prearranged scenario. Some of you mothers are breeders of extraterrestrial hybrid babies. So it's not like you always remember your contract. We're trying to, you know, we got some disclosure on that, right? We get a lot of people even just coming out with their own testimonies of what happened to them, and people dealing with implants in their bodies. I mean, so many people have come out and talked about this crazy abductions and shit. And even through scientific methods like using hypnosis to get so many different testimonies of people giving details of a lot of these gray aliens. And not to mention the Guardians, even in Voyager's 1, Ashiana talks a whole chapter on the Zeta gray aliens. So that's one of the fallen angels, believe it or not. You're looking, that's a freaking fallen angel. Their race is fallen. Are you going to find some positive Zeta? Of course. But you know, that's not what we're saying. And generally speaking, they're fallen race. Same with the reptilians. Generally speaking, their race, their planet, their people are fallen. You're going to get some exceptions, of course. You know, some would switch over. So just remember that. I'm sure you can find positive dragons, but we know most of them are fallen. Just understand that. Same with Anunnaki. And we'd rather it be just a completely peaceful scenario, but it's not. We've been attacked and we're just called the Guardians. We're guarding the consciousness, our own. This is ourselves. It's kind of like we're needed down here. You know? Can you imagine in the dream state, you guys, a lot of your communications are probably happening. If you're not psychic yet or getting direct communication from the Guardians or Guardian Alliance. You know, our team is called Guardian Alliance, not Galactic Federation. If you're working with the Galactic Federation or Ashtar Command, you are working with the dark side. Sorry. Same with Archangel Michael, the dark side. Not all archangels are fallen, but these ones who are got the L in their name, E-L, but also Metatron, because he's been called out by the Guardians as well as fallen angel. But all the Michael, Ariel, Gabriel, all the L's are fallen, man. So Galactic Federation, Thoth, Enoch. Enoch was good once, but he flip-flopped. More than once, Enoch has went back and forth. So who knows what the F he's up to. So he's in that category with Thoth and Archangel Michael. And Ashtar Command. Understand, those are being run by Jehovah and Anunnaki. Thank you for those hearts, Holy One. Give me a hug. Yeah, give me a hug. You know, hey, you know, some of us like those beings. But then we find out differently from a different point of view. You choose. You hear this information, I'm sure not for the first time. So you choose. What do you believe, Holy One? You guys are awesome, man. You're awesome. Are you an empath or a light worker? Yes or no? Write it in the comments. I'm going to make one of those polls. I'm going to start a poll, you guys. So please answer the poll. Are you an empath? Yeah, baby. And that would be light worker 2, right? Light worker 2, right? So are you an empath? That's the same as light worker. But I'll just put that. I'll just put whatever. Are you an empath? Yes or no? I'm not sure. I am not sure. But put whatever you guys want. Start a poll. Yeah, baby. Yeah. What is an empath? A person who can feel another person's emotions. If you were going to describe it, you could say that. Someone who can feel another person. Can you feel another person? In general, you can sense people and their emotions. I have an ex-girlfriend who used to do that. She says she could feel the whole neighborhood. And it was crazy. And it was constant for her. Can you imagine living like this? Like this little kid in the Sixth Sense who could see dead people. All the time he saw dead people. He had no privacy. There's just this scary looking dead person next to him. Or decapitated corpse or something. You know, and he's got to deal with that all the time. They came to him. They wanted him to help them. Because he could see them. He's the living who could see the dead. Mochiwa. I love you guys. I think you're beautiful. We should make a movie about you. We could do this. Jennifer, uber sensitive. When my friends tell me terrible things they went through, I see and feel myself in their shoes. Wow. Wolf of Saturn says that. Bam, made. My sound, oops. Wow, 96% of you say yes? Wow. 1 second. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sorry, guys. Bonnie Soul's here. Indigo, are you like watching like? I bet you Indigo Jamie is watching Outlander, aren't you? You're watching Outlander? I finished that finally, but there's supposed to be a new season maybe in 2024. It took me forever to catch up to finish that. Hit it. Hi Celine, hi Wizard. Is Starman here too? He is, right? He was here. I hope. I don't know. I'm like real scrolling up, looking for Starman. No, Starman's not in the house. It's alright. I love to see you guys all here. You're so beautiful. We should have a indigo party. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I'm here. What's up, Heather? Oh, am I single? Yes, I'm single. What's up? Oh, Chiquima. I wasn't really looking, but yeah, I would still look. Yeah. I don't know. I have no, some things you don't like focus on all the time. So I remember when it was the main thing in my life, I was looking for a girl, even a wife. Like me and my daughter's mother never got married. So I kind of regretted that, but I wanted to get married at least once. And so I almost, kind of did with her, but like she even got as far as a wedding dress. So it was just on my end, But there was reasons why. I think it was a two-way street, though. It was like, but our relationships are kind of like a part of our spiritual journey. I mean, especially when you become enlightened or you learn some stuff, you will look back on some of your past relationships, and some things will make sense to you now from a spiritual point of view, why you were with that person. And think about it, especially if you have kids with that person, it's going to be a very big role in your life. So it's a huge decision to commit to such a big part of your identity, right? Because it's almost like, okay, first it's just you and your lover, right? But then you have a family with kids and stuff. Now it's not just you two. Now it's a bigger thing, especially when you have a few kids. Now it's a bigger unit, a family. And oh my chita, so your mind is always kind of like a family mind, a group mind, a tribe mind, a tribe role. Much respect to you, Holy Ones. So we will light up again. Why not, right? Won't you? Yeah, I'll light up if you light up. Yes, citas. I mean, I I have felt empathic before, but I'm not always empathic. But truly, I've definitely felt other people's emotions that were near me. It was a group of people. I could feel all their emotion. It tripped me the F out because it was a sensation I never felt before. To feel others around me and what they were. I wasn't reading their mind, but you sort of are reading their. You get the idea of what they're thinking based on what they're feeling. Trip, right? Some of you light up, right? So I'm sure some of you, if you found that article, that what we need is the timestamp. Like if you find the video with Ashiana talking about MJ, let us all know, homies. I'm curious. I'm just curious. I'm sure someone's got the link. And that's cool. I respect that. Because we all want to be I'm one of those people who want to do the best. You want to be your best. I want to be my best. And we all make our decisions. We make our sacrifices if we do or not. Or we give up stuff we maybe don't want to. That's like a sacrifice, right? Like for the longest time, I didn't want to give up donuts. I didn't want to give up ice cream. You know, I'm like, damn. Whatever. But it's part of your spiritual journey. It's a transformation. We've fallen in love with stuff that's not good for us. Right? I mean, you can love a person, but you can love food. You don't want to give up that food. Right? You might feel that way. And, or you don't want to give up that person. She's too beautiful. I don't want to give her up. Right? That's not the right reason, but you know what I'm saying? That could be a superficial reason that's important to you. She's high. She's the greatest in bed or something. I don't know. But that's not going to make you happy, or does it make? I guess for some people it makes them happy. The superficial. The bling. The outside. The external. Instead of what's inside. Spirit. Not the illusion of physical. Manifest is the unreal. Unmanifest is the real. See, we think the opposite. We see a spirit, we think it's dead or not living. You know, a ghost or something. No, everything's living. Everything is alive. Everything is consciousness. Even AI is part of consciousness. AI is consciousness. It's within God. Everything is alive in God. Everything is conscious. Every particle, particle, particum, particate is alive. So everything is alive since the smallest particle is alive. So you get a bunch of smallest particles together, well, they make bigger particles. So since those were alive, the bigger particles are alive. Yeah, when you get atoms together and they're all alive, whatever they make is alive. So everything is connected because everything's made of these particles and they're all alive. So we're all alive in the field of God. This is one field, a unified field. This is why we relate to unity, consciousness. That is your awareness of the one. Are you? So I ask you right now, right here now, Are you aware of the one? Are you, do you believe in the law of one? You know, the sacred universals. It's a universal thing, not an earth thing. It's an everywhere thing. God is an everywhere thing. God is omnipresent. That's here, there, and everywhere. Not somewheres, everywheres. God is everywhere, homie. That means even inside a weapon, God's inside the consciousness of a raper, you know, what? So God has created all, and all of its creations created things, and some, you know, the creations of God are already a distortion of God. So the first distortion, the first creation is creating distortions of itself. And those distortions create distortions. And those distortions create further distortions. So you're getting levels of distortion in God. No wonder that by the time you get to a real low level of God, you start coming up with some disgusting manifestations. It's part of the mechanism of this hologram of matter. Part of its intended purpose is so you, as an ascended master, come into this, you agree to this project, to this experience. It's almost like this movie, Total Recall. The guy went into this Total Recall place because he heard about it, how they can give you new memories that suddenly inside your brain, so that you're paying for those memories. But you hook up to a machine and you get, it's kind of like virtual reality, or that's so real you can't tell the difference between if you're in a machine, you know, they call it the simulation theory. That this is just a simulation. It's not a real world. In some regard, that's true. It's called a hologram of matter. This world, these realities of physical form, is simply the projection of physical. It's not actual physical. See what I mean? It's made in different vibration levels. This one's faster, and each one's faster. So those are all creating different levels of reality. They each make a bandwidth. Different levels of the creation. So that means the lower level vibrations are the most farthest from the, you know, from the original. It's like you're a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. So what we're doing as awakening and ascending, you know, we're reclaiming. That means we're going back through bringing all of that back in. Piece by piece, man, bringing it in. Bringing it in, homie. Yeah. What's up with you? I'm single. Are you, baby? Ooh, what's up? Sorry, guys, just being funny. I guess for 20 minutes we can get lit. Yeah, I like those super real dreams, right? Those lucid dreams. Yes, baby, says Blue Rose. Hey, I've been single for longer than 3 years. And that's okay. I mean, it's an identity, guys. It doesn't mean you all have to have a partner. And then, yeah, I had a you know, a child. So the child's already grown up. So then that becomes your identity, or you create this life that you live on your own. So what? It's okay with me, and since I am different, I am an indigo child. I don't really live so close to my family all the time. Not because I'm purposely trying to stay separate. It's just that's how my life became. I became in my own place. I found myself doing my own thing. Not like I was trying to escape or something. No way. I just found myself following my instinct or my intuition or whatever, being guided and being interested in weird shit that my family wouldn't be interested in at all, you know. I mean, I even outgrew my old high school buddies, you know. Like there was 4 of us guys. We were like the crew since we were freshmen in high school to seniors. And so even years afterward, we always hung out. But then we all went our separate ways, sort of, all of us. So I'm like, yeah, no connections there anymore, because that was a big chunk of your life, right? And then I'm living in a different state and than my family, and then as my daughter gets older, she's living on her own. She goes and travels to different places, and well, mostly in Arizona, but I don't think she's gonna stay there, right? I mean, this is part of our thing, man. Part of our thing is part of our spiritual journey is our relationships, or not, or what we do in our time. I mean, it's not like we came here just to escape here, right? Like some people, like my dad, bless him, I love him. He smokes all day long. I mean, that's not what we're not here to come and escape, man. We have to live in 3D too. Like, I mean, that's what I mean. We have a balance. I mean, we can have our higher consciousness and still operate in the 3D. We don't have to be blitzed all the time, right? I couldn't stand that. I need to be clear-headed in the day, you know, because I have to do the work. And I make videos like I made one tonight, you guys. Please check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's a quick little video. But yeah, man. And I like to be flexible. I don't want to be all serious all the time, or the same thing all the time. Right? Do you guys like variety in your life? Wachiwa. I mean, I wasn't always like this, you know. I was different when I was younger. I wasn't always spiritual. I wish I was. I mean, I wish I would have started earlier, right? Holy shit. Like, sometimes I wish I could time travel to when I was a kid and put my awareness inside my child body, my adult awareness into the child body, and start a new timeline from that point on. You know, because like, how many of you like have an active dream thing going on? Like, sometimes you just want to stay in bed longer so you can have a longer dream state, right? Like, I don't want to wake up yet. Don't wake up yet. I want to enjoy the dream world. Don't wake up yet. Don't wake up yet. I don't want to wake up. Don't wake up. No. Go back to sleep. Shit, you get to a point where you're having lucid dreams and you can take control of the dreams. Then you find yourself like in the, what's that Leonardo DiCaprio video where it's multiple dreams inside of other dreams? A dream inside a dream, inside another dream, inside another dream. Holy shit. And it starts with an I or something. I. It was crazy, man. Mochiva. Yeah. So you feel this energy suddenly, it only takes seconds. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my third eye, my crown, my palm, my solar plexus, my root, my sacral. Let's see, guys. Let's see. So it feels good. You just get inside the moment, you feel it. You can feel the energy run through your body and be an active participant in it, right? So let me see if this is still lit charcoal. It looks like I could put a little bit more frankincense on there, which is always, if you had to settle for just one incense, I would say frankincense. Resin, not stick incense, honey. Put that shit down. Thank you. So we're on this journey of spiritual evolution, yes? Yes. As an empath, you feel. So you know if you can feel, see another person's feelings, so your energy can feel their energy. Because know that you have this fields, and it's a plural, fields. You call auric fields, what the guardians call particae fields. So you have several of them, like eggs within eggs, you know, spheres within spheres around you and permeating each one within another one, within another one. Well, there's several of them, right? So they go out and out, farther and farther, and super far even. And while we're here, your consciousness is always one level higher than your body. So for our bodies in 3D, we're actually 4D beings, having a 4D spirit, having a human experience, a 3D human experience. Wow, man, far out, man. Deep. I think, therefore I am. It's more than that. You are you know, I made a video about consciousness. Check it out. What is consciousness? It's part of the innerchristos playlist series. Well, cool, yeah. I create playlists, you guys, so you can learn from a series of videos. So check those series out. Thank you. Cool, yeah. You can learn something. It is my joy to teach you, or simply, I'm not teaching you anything. I'm actually reminding you of things you already know. It's basically an indigo helping other indigos, because your parents didn't understand you, and they want to send you to a shrink, maybe, or maybe they want to send you to the government, and now you got a prescription drug, or to make the problem go away. Now you'll be in outer space, and now you'll be like in some depression or some lost, confused state. What the shit? You don't even know what happened to you. So we're like, you know, maybe we think bad about ourselves because we have these weird feelings and emotions, and we think something's wrong with us. You guys could be farther from the truth. There's something special about you. Because the majority, we're a minority. People who are psychic, it's a minority thing. Remember, we're not saying we're better. We're simply saying that, hey, we get to know who we are. We're starseeds. There's a word for what we are. Ashiana calls them cloistered races, but I have heard her use the word starseed. It's in a material too. She uses both words, so I prefer to just use one word, which is not so confusing, and that's starseeds. So just know that it means the same thing. And so I'm so grateful for you guys for being here with me as we talk about the guardian materials, the Iyasha Ashana, aka Ashana Dean materials. Yes, freedom teachings, Tantriya Hora teachings, Kathara teachings, Sliders teachings. I love you. What's up? What's up? Yeah, baby. And we are remembering our past lives. Some of us, we can see spirits, we can see other selves or sense it. Some of you have heard other voices or other beings or some type of communication. Some of you have experienced channeling, yes or no. It's not like it's a sin against God or something, but just realize we're trying not to do that. If we have been, we just stop doing it. That's what I did. I had to stop doing it. And it's a choice, a conscious choice, because there is some manipulation going on in the dark, with the dark beings, the fallen beings. They purposely use black magic and also cheat and lie and you know, brainwash and dominate and all that shit. That's what vampires do. You recognize a vampire for what it is. And when you find out that you're one yourself, well, you fix that shit up real quick. You become awakened, Holy One. Yeah. You can say you feel good. Say, I feel good, Holy Ones. Yeah. Yeah. So it just feels pleasurable, that's all. So I can smile. Blessed in this forest. Yeah. We can have a cool party out here, yes? So imagine at nighttime, it's gonna be scary, yeah, spooky. But we're gonna see lots of stars, Holy One. I used to live in a tent, so I know what's up. It's not so bad. I'm just happy to see you, Holy Ones. We're a tribe. We're a star people.
You and me, brother, sister, you're cool, man. I respect you. We're like part of the light. We come from the Melchizedek. We're the holy avatars, the Christos avatars. What's up, Christ? With the guardians called Christos. You're my people. You're my homies. I love you, brothers and sisters of light, indigo rays, blue rays, green rays, Machiwa, guardian angelic nations. So, that's my crew. That's my code, the Emerald Covenant code. Vashua. Let's rap, let's sing, let's make a symphony. Oh, Washia. It's been pretty interesting, man. Shit. Yeah, baby. That's what I said. Yeah. How are you guys doing? I hope you're feeling good. I see some unicorns. No way. Yes way. Check it out. Blessed unicorns. You know, I love that scene in the movie Legend. Who of you grew up with Legend? Hello, Mia Farrow and Tom Cruise, right? Was that right? Oh man, that was an awesome movie. And the unicorn scene was so badass. They were beautiful, beautiful unicorns. That's such a, to me, that was an epic film. Legend. Not just because of Tom Cruise, I don't really care about that as much, but it was such a cool movie made by one of my favorite, this was one of my favorite directors. Legend. Legend. Of course, if you liked Legend, you probably like Labyrinth. Yeah. And I was younger when I first saw Labyrinth, so I actually liked the girl, Jennifer Connelly. It was weird because when I became a father, I showed my little girl, my daughter, when she was about 4 years old or something, Labyrinth. But then I showed her a recent movie back in the day when Jennifer Connelly was in that kid with little Will Smith's kid. What's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. What's his name? Little Vato. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, he was in Karate Kid too, as well. Okay, so tired. Shit. Anyways, we have this like feeling, man. What's up? We travel in our spirit, in our consciousness. So I'm an empath, partial empath, because it's not always turned on for me, but I don't really focus on that. I suppose if I started focusing on empathy, you know, like my ex-girlfriend, I guess it's turned on all the time for her. She sees little spirit beings, but for her, they're dark, they're shadow beings. And she embraces that, I guess. I don't know. I love her, but to each their own. I prefer light, and if there is dark, I'm gonna dismiss it. You know, not accept it. Sorry, I made my choice, and I choose light. I know some of you choose light, yes, What's up, holy ones? The world, Earth needs you. Humanity, the human race needs you. Mokoye, Sotaye. Thank you, holy ones, for being here. Star Seed, Indigo Ray, Wasua. What's up? What's up, empaths? Are you empathic? Yes. What's up? Representing. This is what is available to the human race now because of us, starseeds. Realize we're part of their DNA. We're contributing our DNA to this human project, this human progeny. So that's why we bring it in. That's why we literally come into the flesh. We reincarnate here. We bring our DNA literally. When we come here, we're bringing it into the morphogenetic field of Earth. So now that's available to those who are inside the morphogenetic field of Earth, which is other races, and one of them our race. Different races, man. What you was. I love you. If you had a power, what would it be? What would you want to be able to do? Write it in the comments. Have you ever seen your higher self? Huh? Have you seen your other higher self? I already did that, homie. What's up? I've seen my higher self, homie. More than once. And I'm sure some of you have. Write it in the comments. I want to see. I see. Let's see. I see you, beautiful woman. What's going on, beautiful princess? Citas. Yeah, baby. What's up? Give me hugs. Someone's giving me hearts. You're so beautiful. Yeah. 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 Joy. Is this what joy is? You feel like a butterfly, or you want to go pollinate some flowers or something. You just gracefully, daintily fly, blissfully to some little beautiful flower and pollinate. Pollinate. Such an existence. I just exist to pollinate. How many times is the poor thing gonna be eaten by a bird or get rained on or some other predator? I don't know, It's not the fastest creature sometimes. So some things are predators and some things are prey. And there's a spectrum of it, right? Because a cat eats a mouse, but a dog eats a cat and whatever, But you could say a bigger cat, like a tiger or a lion, would eat a dog. Unless they were a Linkrathorpe, right? Or what you call a wolf, werewolf. Yeah, call that folklore, but it's not folklore. That's what you're meant to believe, right? It's more than that. More chiva. There's all kinds of secrets in your society, your origins. Yes. And when you go on your awakening, you find higher parts of yourself. You're like, whoa. I am completing my life, my purpose, my life's purpose. Shikas. Then you feel complete, right? You feel like you've done your purpose. You're complete. And now you use the rest of your life, yes, to serve Wakoya. We could all use improvement, of course. So we go through a phase of that. You're blessed. Oh, bless you. You're blessed. I kiss you. Make love to me. Yeah. We're doing this. Yeah. It's exciting. Ooh, yeah. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's been joyous. I felt like singing and dancing and just making love, baby. Yeah. We can just lay on a blanket and look at stars together and talk all night about all your exes and shit. I don't know. I mean, usually when you get into a new relationship, the first things you both talk about is your ex. Like the guy starts talking about his ex and the girl starts talking about her exes. Then you guys know each other's exes. Isn't that right? Haven't you noticed that? I've noticed that a lot. I mean, when I went to, you would always start talking about your previous ex. Or maybe some of them are breaking up with them to be with you. My chiwa. That happened to me a few times. Like one of my ex-girlfriends, she was very beautiful, and shit, I don't know. It's like we can teleport into the past, our other experiences, right? And we like, whoa, how did that happen? You know, that's crazy. So it's a great blessing. It's a blessing, baby. I mean, most of the world you think of as being clueless, right? They don't see all this greater spiritual things going on. And they just go about their lives and everything's okay and normal. But you know better. You know better, right? What's up? It's you know better. Huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You know better. It's like we passing on the message. Yeah, you getting it? You know what's up, right? Because somebody's trying to twist it. You ain't twisting the message, baby. we're just gonna speak it somewhere else. You want to keep it here? Let us do it. Wasua. And, you know, I mean, I would rather be an empath or a light worker than just a regular Joe Schmo who doesn't care about nothing like this, who doesn't believe in this kind of stuff. I would rather be the weirdo, the unusual one, the one into magic, or the one into all kinds of stuff, like psychological stuff, past life stuff, magic stuff, you know, different stuff. Shit. You just like trip out. Mokoye, Mosuta, Amakai, Hochachiwa, Hamachiwa, Hayachiwa Sitas, Machachiwa, Kaimo Toche. What? I'm like, whoa, man, what's that? That's very interesting. Shit. Sorry, guys. No, it's not cool. It's cool. I mean, I don't say sorry, but you know. Uh-oh. I think I just finished that. Yeah, there's not really anything left. And that's okay. It's a good time to come to a conclusion. I thank you guys for coming to my live, homies. I'm sorry if at the end it gets silly, but hey, at least you can watch the first part. And but anyways, I just enjoy the variety here at Christos Avatar. Like you'll get the sober part and then you get the rest of it. So, and those who like both can stay. And anyways, it's not a scripted show, and I basically have a rough idea of what we're going to talk about, and then I just start talking about it. And then I get to read some of you guys, and I'm full of love for you guys. You guys are awesome. Most of you are very loving and considerate, and maybe you didn't. I mean, I've had actually a few people apologize to me because they didn't really understand me at the beginning. They were rude, or they just didn't believe it, what I was saying, but something changed their mind, and so they apologized to me. That was really cool to hear, but it's not necessary. I still love you, whichever way, you know. But it's nice to hear. Thank you for letting me know. We got Celine and Indigo Wizard. Did you guys ever see Starman? Yeah. All right, you guys. Sorry I drag it on, but you're a blessing to me. Yeah, time to say bye. I hope you have a beautiful dream state. Make love to your spirit guide or have astral sex. Yeah. Or, you know, I'll meet you in the astral, baby. Yeah, no. The Guardians say it's not safe. Astral sex, no, not right now. It's not safe, homie. Did you know you can get implants now from sex? So be wary who you have sex with. Don't implant me. You know? Okay. I'll try not to. And also, don't impregnate me. What? How can I control that? That it's been wonderful, man. It's been nice and wonderful. It's good to have a little bit of joy in your life. You feel like, ooh, touching something, right? But anyways, bless you guys, bless you. I give you a hug, I give you a kiss. But yeah, we're mighty, man. We're like super psychic. We can remember many millennia, many lifetimes, many ages ago. It's in here. Access all of it, honey. Just grab it. Oh, it's yours. Own it. It's waiting for you. What are you waiting for? I'm sorry, guys. You guys are cool, man. I want to hang out with you. Like, you're my friend. Like, I'm holding on. One right here. One right here. What's up, man? Shit. Have you guys been in those clubs where the music is so loud you can't hear each other, even if you're screaming at each other? You gotta be like inches away just to hear what the F they're saying. After you get out of the nightclub, you're deaf. You're like, huh? I can't hear jack shit. You get this ringing in your ear. I was lucky I didn't get hangovers, but my friends did, right? They all felt horrible, but I didn't mind waiting up so they can wake up so we can all go get some breakfast real early in the morning, and then go back to home. When I wasn't spiritual and I was eating, I love to eat bacon, eggs, and hash brown and stuff like that. I mean, I was raised that way. I guess I got that's when we used to go to Denny's or Village Inn and always get that same thing. Bacon, eggs, hash brown, scrambled over easy, whatever. And like toast or tortilla, whatever. Oh my god, yeah. But that I wouldn't do that at all anymore. Shit, hell no. Don't forget bacon. Shit. I wouldn't do that anymore. You change. You just to think about that, right? We just like ancient. We're ancient. Even though you see a little baby, that baby is little, but the soul is ancient. Think about that. But when the soul comes in, 90% is cut off. The body is what shuts it off because of the distortions in the DNA. That's the consequence of what has happened to our planet and our people. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Bless you. Thank you, you guys. If you enjoyed the show, please donate either through PayPal link. Much respect if you sent a PayPal donation. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for the members. Thank you for the moderators, Celine, Starman, and Indigo. I love you guys. Bless you. Bless all of you from the Guardian Alliance. Much respect to you. Let's make love, not war. Peace to you guys. Much respect to you. And I know some of you will meet in person. Not right now. It's crazy right now, but eventually we will. And
It's going to be a blessing just to work side by side with some of you, and hey, even remotely. So take care of you guys. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Remember, I do this on Tuesdays, but also Saturdays, same time. So maybe some of you will make it there. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you, kiss you. Yeah, star seeds. Come back, star seeds. Come back to your home. We'll see you soon. I know I will. Make love, not war. Peace, star seeds. Yeah. Yeah. Good night. Sweet dreams. Tuck you in. Namaste. Love.